if those healthcare subsidies are not extended, premiums will double for many of the people that are on it. And I was looking into it. 3/4 of these people will see their healthcare premiums double. Live in states where you won in the last election. I mean, even here in Florida has the highest number of residents on Obamacare in the country.
And I'm saying we can fix it, Nora.
But if the subsidies are not extended, they're not going to be able to afford
it was
health
a
insurance.
defective plan put into line by Barack Hussein Obama, who is a lousy president, not nearly as bad as Biden, by the way, who, by the way, is building a museum that's like 4 times over budget. It'll never open. Built in a neighborhood that, it's just not going to work. The neighborhood doesn't even want them.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Your number one spot for cutting through the noise and unpacking America's widest political roller coasters. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of Reality Disguised as Politics. Now, let's talk about Florida, the Sunshine State, the home of beaches, alligators, and apparently sky-high health insurance premiums. So, it turns out that the Affordable Care Act, yes, Obama's Obamacare, right, that many folks in Florida proudly wanted gone, is now twice as expensive, and thanks to Trump's so-called big, beautiful healthcare bill. You remember that one, right? The bill that was supposed to replace Obamacare with something so much better, so much cheaper, and so much more beautiful, right? Well, the only thing beautiful right now are the insurance companies' profits margin.
Florida SAFO, F around and find out. Affordable Care Act premiums have doubled in Florida as we speak. It varies again by your age, by your group, by your plan, by your family members. But in general, headlines across Florida, the prices have doubled across Florida. Well, you know what? Donald Trump told you they were going to make these changes. And who did you vote for? MAGA. You voted for Donald Trump. So I don't want to hear you all complaining that they've now done this. Now, do I think it's a right thing or a wrong thing? I think it's a wrong thing to have done. But they told you they were going to do this. This is in Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. Donald Trump and the Republicans are the ones that are taking away your subsidies to help lower your insurance costs. They don't care whether your family has insurance or not. Now, if you're rich, they're going to worry about you getting your benefits. They're going to worry about you being taken care of. For example, Elon Musk has received $38 billion of tax credits, tax advantages, and other contracts, etc., from the federal government. You can go through a number of other companies and find they've gotten millions and billions of money back from the government. And yet, who's the one that's being bad? You are, for wanting to get those health insurance subsidies. And, well, that's who you voted for. What can I say? Love to hear from my Floridians, my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burner light bulbs. If you're on the ACA in Florida, which there are 4.7 million, I think Florida leads the country with people on it. What happened to your premiums? They doubled, didn't they?
My health got significantly better. I lost 50 pounds.
Nathan Boy has been more than satisfied with his health insurance since enrolling through the Affordable Care Act marketplace.
I liked it better. I know that's really harsh to say, but it was better insurance than my employer insurance I've had.
The father of 3 says his Obamacare plan is affordable and reliable in helping him live with diabetes.
It was only $28 a month. And that included 90% of my medications that I needed to stay healthy.
But now he's experiencing sticker shock with his monthly premium projected to soar should Congress let pandemic-era subsidies expire at the end of the year.
It's up as high as $733.
In his congressional district alone, Democratic U.S. Representative Maxwell Frost says nearly 1 in 4 people rely on the Affordable Care Act.
People are being forced to make impossible choices. Do I pay for my health care or do I not have health care?
Obamacare enrollment in the Sunshine State has grown to 4.7 million since former President Biden signed legislation in 2021 making discounts more generous.
No state has benefited more from the Affordable Care Act than Florida. and no state will be hit harder if these tax credits disappear.
Boyce says if his monthly payment does skyrocket from under $30 to more than $730, he'll need to drop his insurance.
We deserve a system where staying healthy is not a luxury, but one that we can all enjoy.
Are health insurance premiums really going up? It depends. On what? Are you talking about health insurance in the US? Yeah? Then yes. ACA premiums are set to increase by 26%, and employer-based plans are set to increase by the largest amount in 15 years. So everybody's gonna be paying more? Yeah, after the ACA subsidies expire, the amount subsidized enrollees pay will double and triple. Triple? Yeah, a family of four that makes $128,000 a year could see their annual premium bill increase by $14,000. So that's why 4.8 million Americans would lose their health care coverage, because they won't be able to afford it. I mean, that's on them for being poor. Y'all really want to go through with this? You're not even trying to hide it. Hide what? You guys rigging the system to make yourselves even richer? I don't know what you're talking about. With the Republican budget bill, you cut Medicaid spending by $1 trillion, which is why all these healthcare premiums are going up. You also reduce taxes for billionaires in the top 1% by $1 trillion. That's just a coincidence. Call it what you want, but you're making it easy for people to realize who's responsible for raising their healthcare costs.
Thousands of families here in Florida's 21st District rely on the Affordable Care Act subsidies to afford health insurance. But these subsidies are set to expire at the end of the year, and it's going to hit working families extremely hard. With subsidies gone, premiums can jump anywhere from $800 to $1,200 per person per year, leaving families forced to choose between groceries, rent, or their health care. Seniors and small business owners will feel the pinch first. As a firefighter and paramedic here in my community, I've seen the consequences when people delay care because it's too expensive. This isn't just numbers for me, it's real lives and real families. So if you want to stand with me and help fight for our families in our district, contribute to our campaign today. Every voice matters and every dollar matters. Go to BernardTaylorForCongress.org and contribute to the campaign today.
My husband and I just applied for our health insurance. It is more than majority of people's house payment. It's unreal. 2 humans, 52 and 54, no children on it. I about crapped myself. Like, people can't even afford to have health insurance. Like, are you kidding me? This can't even seriously be real. I mean, we have to have health insurance, but after you pay that much money, then you pay a deductible, then you pay co-pays, then you pay for your prescription, and then you pay a percentage if you end up being in the hospital. I mean, it's a decent house payment in Oklahoma. Mind flippin' blowing. I mean, I don't know. I can see that maybe for a family of 5, but yikes. This is why so many people go without health insurance. I mean, I totally get it. And not that I didn't know people did that for a reason, but it makes you want to chance it until you end up with cancer or a heart attack or something like life-threatening, and then Anyway, we're going to pay it because what are our options? What are our options? I don't know.
You want to talk about something crazy? Take a look at the list for the ACA Marketplace sign up for your new healthcare options. All right, folks, here we are, ACA signups. This is going to tell you what enrollment is, what your price was, and what your increase is looking like. See that $243? Yeah, that's Arizona. That's how much your insurance is going up this year per month. Look at these numbers. Colorado, Florida, Georgia, you're taking a big hit. Listen, if you're healthy, you shouldn't be paying these kind of prices. Let me know how I can help you.
Hey there, everybody. Samantha Hope Herring here from Florida. And I just need to let you know that these MAGA Republicans, the ones that have control of the U.S. House, the U.S. Senate, the White House, have no plans for you and your family and your health care, other than to see that the ACA is no longer affordable. The Affordable Care Act becomes unaffordable with Republicans because they refuse to renew the subsidies that made healthcare affordable for millions of Americans. That means 17 million people will not be able to afford healthcare in this country now. A lot of those folks right here in Florida, since we have the largest number of folks getting healthcare through the ACA. I will tell you this, they continued the tax cuts for billionaires, and they also have been able to enjoy their insurance that is taxpayer funded. Tell Congress to renew the subsidies for the ACA.
But the healthcare numbers that came out were shocking. So without the tax credits, which again, Republicans got rid of in their big, beautiful bill at the beginning of this year, premiums are skyrocketing as much as 300%. And 90% of people who are on Obamacare get these tax premiums. So it's like 20 million people. ABC News interviewed a woman who used to pay $500 for coverage for both her husband and herself. And now she saw her premium for next year, it's $2,000.
Oh my God.
So it's quadruple what she's been paying. And she said she literally cannot afford that. They're just going to have to discontinue health insurance. And then, of course, also SNAP funding has officially lapsed. And 2 judges ordered Trump to continue SNAP funding with emergency funds through the shutdown. But Trump's lawyers argued back that they aren't sure if they have the legal authority to keep SNAP funded through the government shutdown. And I just thought that was really rich because they didn't seem to care about breaking the law when they were sending migrants to El Salvador prisons. But now that's like food assistance. Oh, we have to be so careful.
Yeah, when do they care so much about what is or isn't legal? I'm sure they could make it work if they wanted to.
Yeah, they ultimately have adhered to them. They're going to use $4.6 billion that the USDA has in a contingency fund to keep up the food assistance, but that amount will only cover 50% of what households usually get. In weeks or even days, low-income families again could be strapped for food.
So let's get into the numbers first. Across Florida, ACA premiums have reportedly doubled since Trump's policy overhaul began to take effect. Families who were paying around $400 a month are now paying closer to $800. And that's before you even hit a deductible. So what happened? One may ask. Trump's administration gutted key ACA provisions, cut federal subsidies that helped lower income families affordable coverage, weakened the individual mandate, meaning fewer healthy people joined the pool, pushed short-term junk insurance plans that looked cheaper but covered almost nothing. And now the system is bleeding money because when only sick people stay in the pool, prices shoot through the roof. It's basic economics, but hey, apparently it's liberal economics if you try to explain it. And here is where the irony kicks in. Florida overwhelmingly voted for Trump twice. Counties that cheered when he said, we're going to end Obamacare, are now watching the premiums skyrocket like a SpaceX launch. You can't make this stuff up. Now, imagine standing in line at the pharmacy holding a $300 prescription bill, muttering, well, at least we own the leaves. Let's take a moment to appreciate the genius of Trump's big, beautiful healthcare plan. Because nothing says make America great again like making healthcare insurance unaffordable for the very people who believed you were saving them. It's like buying a ticket for the Titanic after seeing the iceberg and then getting mad at the ocean. Floridians were promised freedom. Freedom from government healthcare, freedom from socialism, freedom from the deep state doctors. Now, they've got the freedom. All right. Freedom to choose which bill to pay, rent, grocery, or health insurance. Ain't that crazy? This isn't just about healthcare costs. It's about economic ripple effects. Now, when people have to spend more on insurance, they spend less on everything else. Small businesses suffer, families cut back, and hospitals see more unpaid medical bills. And here's the kicker. The same politicians who pushed the beautiful bill are now blaming Biden for inflation, when the groundwork for this mess was poured years earlier under their own watch. Healthcare isn't like gas prices. You can't just fill up somewhere cheaper when the market collapses. People pay with their wallets and their health. Okay? So, will Floridians learn? I have to say, political loyalty runs deep, even when your wallets scream for help. But maybe, just maybe, this is the wake-up call that voters need to realize that slogans don't pay medical bills and that owning the leaves doesn't get your kid on MRI. The truth is, you can't dismantle the Affordable Care Act, cut subsidies, weaken coverage, and then act surprised when the price tag doubles. That's not a coincidence. That's cause and effect. So here we are. Another chapter in America's great political irony. The very people who voted to repeal Obamacare are now paying the price for it. Literally, what do you think? Should voters be held accountable for the policies they support? Is this just karma or a hard economic lesson in disguise? And do you think Trump's big beautiful bill will go down in history as one of his greatest self-owns? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you all think about this one. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe for more deep dives into America's political circles. And until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and stay healthy. If you can afford it, I'll see you guys on my next video. Credit belongs to original creator.